Hey guys, what is up? Zane here, and welcome to another video. And in today's video, I want to talk about the certain subject, and this is going to be really serious in this video, so I'm not really going to be having any memes. There's not going to be anything like that. This is just going to be a video of me talking to you guys, and hopefully you guys do enjoy the music in the background. That's just to help ease the tension, because this video, as I said, is going to be pretty serious, especially with what I'm going to be saying in this video. So this video, and also I'm speaking about this because if I don't speak about it, how am I going to be able to speak about other topics when this one is like really serious, especially for the YouTube community, and it's just something that needs to be addressed. And this is going to be me addressing it too, because like if I don't address this, then this is just baffles me, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, let me get into it, because right now you're just basically having me being awkward and then for no reason, essentially. But I will be explaining to why this is going to be why this is baffling me, why this is such a big issue. So there may or may not be this new law passing, and hopefully it doesn't pass, because if it does pass, it's just going to be terrible. And this is going to be about DMCA claims and DMCA strikes and copyright infringement, and this is going to suck. And the reason why I'm making this, too, is because, essentially, what I'm going to be having to do if I can't make montages anymore, because that's literally what this law is going to be, because it's like you can't use any copyrighted material. And if that's the case, then I'm going to be completely honest. There's going to be no way that I could be making montages anymore. Essentially, I just have to be Fig Sue and just brag about my world record that I did, or I have to just show off my round 100 and being like, hey guys, I got to round 100, ha ha ha, look at me, I'm just flexing it. And that's all I'm gonna be able to do, because it's just a stupid law that may or may not pass. And if this passes too, the reason why I can't make a montage ever is gonna be because, well, it's gonna be literally a felony, or it's gonna be a crime. So I just can't risk that. And if I do risk that, it's just gonna be termination on my channel. It's just going to be so many things, like, charges, paying money when, I just can't do that, you know what I mean? And I'm just baffled by this whole situation, because, like, if this genuinely goes through, I won't be able to make any more montages, and that just sucks, because, as I said, I'm just going to be Fig Sue out here. I'm going to be like, hey guys, I got to round 100, you did it, ha ha ha, I got it on a map, ha ha ha. Like, it's just going to look very arrogant and egotistical, and I just don't want that to be the case. Because, when I make a montage, honestly, I just make it relaxing. I just put a really good song in there, and then just me showing it off, because it looks really cool. And, like, the finished project and whatnot, they're really fun to make. And honestly, I like the outcome. It's not really me boasting about it. It's just me showing my personal goals and showing you guys that you can do it too. But instead, what I'm going to have to do is basically just be talking about it the whole time and sound like an arrogant prick, and I don't want to do that. So, yeah, this law, if this truly does go through, and if it does, I just won't be able to do this for you guys, and I'm sorry, but the law is the law. I'm not breaking it. I'm not going to be doing it just so it's going to be like a parking ticket, essentially. It's going to be like a ticket, and there could be jail time as well, and I'm just like, it's not worth it. And honestly, if there's laws like this going around, it's like, what's the point of, being American? What's the point of having all this freedom when there's not really any freedom to begin with if it's like this, Because they're treating this like it's something that you did wrong, or that you could injure others, like you're harming others, you're making them numb. But that's not the case. What this is like, you use somebody's music, sure, but, I'm going to be honest, they're getting 100% of the profit, and you're not making any profit. It's not like you're making money off of it. No, that's not what that is. So, honestly, hopefully this can be addressed, and I'm addressing this because this is a really serious issue, and if this really does go through, I'm just gonna have to private every single one of my montages. And honestly, I like doing them because I like showing the really cool clutches that I did and whatnot. But because it's like really like cool to just show off stuff that I did it. And if I can do that, then I can show you guys it, and then you guys can do that in your games, and show off like how to pull off these crazy clutches. But instead, now I just have to boast about it and like, look at what I did and you can't. Again, just being arrogant and narcissistic, I guess. And that's something I don't want to do because I'm not narcissistic. Because, you know, I have failed multiple times in my life and I will continue to fail because I'm human and I will continue to make mistakes. So it's just part of being human. But this is going to be a stupid law if this goes through. And if this truly does go through, you know, it's just going to suck. It genuinely is. Especially for YouTube. And, you know, I just can't make any more montages, which is going to suck because, you know, I like releasing montages, like around 100 montages. And this one montage may be coming out here soon. And I'm still going to do it, but because I really don't think something this stupid can go through. But if it does, we're living in a simulation, and there's no doubt about it. Like honestly, I bet you if I were to take my own life, to keep it above 50, it wouldn't really matter that much because, you know, this is a simulation and I can just respawn. If this law goes through, that is, because it's just so stupid. Like, if they're passing laws like these, they might as well should pass laws for, like, oh, you crossed the street, how dare you? Or, like, you're doing exercise? You're doing exercise? Oh my gosh, he needs to get a fine because he's making his body fit. How dare he? He's supposed to be obese. Like, might as well should pass laws for, like, you know, going through green lights. You went through a green light too fast. How dare you? You went through a green light too slow. Oh my gosh. Like, the green light was still on, but I'm just baffled by this law. If this genuinely does go through, we're living in a simulation, and honestly, at that point, since I know I'm living in a simulation, there won't really be any repercussions if I pass away. So, yeah, that's just basically saying that. And also, no, I'm not gonna pass away. I would not do that, but I'm going to extreme measures to show how stupid this law is because it really is. It's like, you know what? You have a horse at your house and you bought him and you even own the property? Oh, you can't ride that horse now, is essentially what this is like. Imagine listening to music, right? And then this is basically what the government's going to be saying. You can't listen to music anymore or else you'll get a fine. Like, what? You know how stupid that is? And, like, people who make music, they're like, oh, actually, I want more people to hear this, you know? That way, you know, they can make profit. Well, guess what? The music industry is going to be in debt after this. As a matter of fact, there won't even be any music industries because, you know, everyone who tries to listen to their music is just going to get, well, you know, fined. It's like, oh, he's listening to that music at his house? Time to get fined. Like, this is, I mean, if they're going to apply YouTubers, they should apply real people as well, you know? Where's the equality at, am I right? That isn't the case. Anyways, this is just me giving my input on this. Like, if this literally happens, then I know, like, for a fact, that there's no repercussions for me passing away because, you know, in the end, it doesn't even matter, am I right? Hopefully I don't get DMCA strikes for saying that. No, but all jokes aside, I did try to keep it, you know, I try to keep it level-headed and try to keep it serious, but I'm just not going to stand for stupid stuff like this, you know what I mean? Stupid laws, that if this genuinely does pass, then, you know, same could be said about me passing myself, you know? I got all these emotions for no reason, because, you know, it's just a simulation. That's all this world really is, if that's the case, and if this law truly goes through. And if anyone's trying to prove me wrong, try it. Because something that this stupid passing is basically like, you know what? You know that slavery thing that we ended years ago? Let's go back into that state. Yeah, that's a good idea. Like, that. This is just stupid. Like, I'm just giving it above 50. This is a stupid law if this does pass. And there's no, like, reason for this law to even pass in the first place. And I'm going to be honest. There's no reason to buy music anymore. And I feel bad for every artist out there because, like, you know, you want to be an artist? Nope. You got to be a slave to a job that you hate. You got to do something you hate in life, and, you know, it's just going to be the facts at that point. And it's like, oh, you want to kill yourself? Oh, you can, because it's a simulation. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. I rambled on long enough, and the moral of this video, it's not really a story time, but I have a moral, like, I just have to be real. Don't end your life. No, don't do that. But I can't fault you if you do, if this law does pass, because, you know, essentially if this law passes, then any law can pass, and it's just, I'm just gonna feel bad for any artists out there. It's gonna be like, oh, you wanna have music? you think people are gonna listen to your music? You stupid. Oh my gosh. Like, you have these big artists that I like to listen to, like, you know, Linkin Park, my favorite artist, and, you know, I'm just gonna not even listen to their music anymore. As a matter of fact, I might as well should just do something else with my time. Probably in my life. That sounds a lot better, you know what I mean? But, yeah, if this law does pass, we're living in a simulation. That's the gist of this video, is if this law passes, we're living in a simulation, and I may not be on this world anymore. So, peace out.